Baby man is back.
Oh, okay, oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. Oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash, True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video for you guys. Now, originally, I was going to talk about the fact that Sony is in trouble as they are being sued for an incredibly large amount of money over in the United Kingdom. So that was the topic that I was going to be discussing today, but I got to push that to next week, which means the whole Kevin Durant, the latest Kevin Durant scenario, I got to push that for another 2 weeks. What happened this time? What's going on? Well, earlier today, a video was dropped, not by me, but by one CoryxKenshin. Now, for those of you who do know who CoryxKenshin is, now you're probably thinking, well, I mean, he recently just came back from another one of his long hiatus. So whenever he drop a video, yeah, it's big news. It's big time. So, like, yeah, that's true, but it's, you know, that's not what happened in this case. That's not why I'm doing a video about him dropping a video. So, and let me explain what happened. So, he actually came back from another long hiatus. He's been, as of lately, he's been known to take these long breaks from making content on YouTube and just basically disappear off of the entire internet, pretty much. So, a few weeks back, he came back and drop another one of his "Oh, I'm Back" videos. Now, that's not what this video is. Again, he did that video a few weeks back, and he's somewhat been back ever since. What today's video is about is something very interesting, and that is this. CoryxKenshin is accusing YouTube of showing favoritism and being racist. Now, those are some pretty bold accusations. But then again, when you're dealing with a well-known popular company like YouTube, which is owned by Google, or for example, Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, or, you know, like Nintendo, or the Pokemon company, or Sony, or Microsoft, or it don't matter what that company is, whether they're part of gaming or not, yeah, there's going to be accusations out there that says that they're racist. And in some cases, it's justified. And, you know, in some cases and in others, it's justified. The question is this one of those cases that is justified? That is the question. So, what did CoryxKenshin say in his video? So, basically, throughout like the majority of the video, he went on a rant. But prior to that, he explained what happened. So, what happened was this. His last video, he dropped a video and it was, I forgot what the content behind the video. It was about this one game. They actually recently released a full version of this game. I don't remember what the name of the game is called. Something about the more something assistant. So, but just by me saying that, y'all might have a good idea of what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to find the video. So, it's a game of him playing that, and he played the entire game from start to finish. It's called the Mortuary Assistant. So that's what it's called. So, at the beginning of that video, which was released 5 days ago, by the way, at the beginning of that video, he explained that he had to re-upload that video because when he uploaded the first time, he got hit with age restriction and he had no clue why. So he had to like rewatch the video, see if there was anything. Now, this is a scary game. So he had to rewatch the video to see, was there anything in there that cause YouTube to say, oh, we got to age restrict that video. So when you age restrict the video, that means you get limited ads. And when you get limited ads, that means not a lot of people are going to see those ads. When not a lot of people see the ads in your video, or ads, ADS in your video, that means that you will not get paid as much for that video, which for a full-time YouTuber, that's a problem. That's a really, really big problem. So now I don't have to deal with that because I'm not monetized. Well, my other channel is, but I don't have to deal with that. But this channel isn't monetized, so I don't have to deal with that at all. So basically, I can say whatever the heck I want. But that beside the point. So For somebody who wants to do YouTube full time, that's going to be an issue if your ads and your videos is limited. That's not good. That is very, very bad. So that happened. Now he went on to explain further into greater details regarding that video in terms of it being hit with age restriction, because more stuff happened ever since then. So here's what happened. He mentioned this in his that same video, the Mortuary assistant video, that he'd watch other people play the same game and they went through virtually everything that he went through in his gameplay, but they didn't get hit with the age restriction. It was just him. So now, and then of course, we watched the rest of the video as if, nothing happened. But then he dropped this video today where he went on to further explain what happened and provided an update regarding that situation. So what happened was this. While he was looking at other YouTubers who were playing the same game and trying to find anybody who went through the same exact stuff that he did, and he did, now we bring in Markiplier. Now, Markiplier is one of the biggest gaming YouTubers ever, like out there, like right now, without question. Like there may be others that you can think of. I cannot at the moment, but even though I don't watch Markiplier because, I ain't gonna explain why I don't watch a number of these big time YouTubers, but Markiplier, you should know, if you're a part of the gaming community online on YouTube, you should know who Markiplier is. So he played the exact same game as CoryxKenshin, and he went through the exact same things as CoryxKenshin did in terms of the gameplay. So while Cory got hit with the age restriction, and of course, you know how YouTube is, they never explain why they do what they do. They just said, oh, we had to do this because you broke TRS. But they never explain how you broke TRS. So in case you actually did it, whether it's purpose or by accident, you can learn from it and not do it again. YouTube don't do that. So that's another reason why YouTube is, can be trashy at times. But let's continue on. So Cory appealed the video, appealed the limited ads thing, and got rejected. So let me explain to you what this means. When he got hit with the age restriction, that means either a person or more than likely a bot, a robot, saw his video and said, you know what, we got to hit it with the age restriction. But when Cory appealed the age restriction, an actual person reviewed it and said, no, the bot got it correct. But again, they don't explain why I got hit with the age restriction. How was the bot correct? Like, what was the issue? What was the exact issue of the video aside from, oh, it broke TRS? It was never explained how that video broke TRS. So, for those of you who don't know who CoryxKenshin is, let me give you guys a summary of who CoryxKenshin is. CoryxKenshin is somewhat of a religious person. Now, no, he does not spam religion in your face in every one of his videos at all. He don't do that. But at the end of this video, you will see a Bible verse. He don't cuss. And anytime there's cussing in the video game that he plays, he censors it. So if there's anything like sexual going on in one of the games that he playing, he censors it. So this dude is as clean as you can get. He is as clean as you can get. So when you got somebody like that getting hit with limited ads because they broke TRS, which normally means, like, I don't know, excessive cussing, there's a sexual scene, and there's no sexual scenes in this game, by the way. Or they talked about a controversial topic. He did, which he didn't. Or something within the content there, I don't know. Then maybe there's one part about depression. So that was the theory, that is. But either way, that's what CoryxKenshin is. Like, this dude is really, really clean. Like, a really, really clean dude. So after that, he got a YouTube rep, because this is a big time YouTuber. This dude, Cory, have 14.1 million subscribers. 14.1 million on YouTube. So he's big time. Especially in the gaming community. He's big time. So continuing on, so he brought up Markiplier. So he talked to his YouTube rep. He was like, well, wait a minute now. I found another video that says Markiplier went for the same stuff as I did, but he didn't get hit with the age restriction. And, he experienced that same part that I did, but he didn't get hit with the age restriction. So then the YouTube rep was like, Oh, snaps. You know what? Okay, you got the evidence. So let me talk to YouTube about it, or the policy team about it. So then what happened was they removed the age restriction of his video. Now, you would think, oh, problem solved. The age restriction is gone. But like the problem here, here's the thing with YouTube. When you upload a YouTube video, it has to be like no issues at all. Because there's a certain point where when you upload a video, I don't know, depending on who you are or what the time frame is for you uploading videos, whatever the case may be, at a certain point, it's going to get a high amount of traffic, which means a lot of people are going to be watching that video at the same time. And at that point, that's when the video will be at its peak. It will be at its prime. And that's when you're going to bring in the most ad revenue from that video, which means you're going to bring in the most money from that video at that point. So when your video get hit with a age restriction or you get limited ads, whatever the case may be, around that point, you're not gonna get the money. I'll explain how the whole age restriction and the ad revenue thing works. So when that video reaches highest point, the normal higher point that it would for any other CoryxKenshin video, but there's limited ads or it's not found in the there's a term, like I forgot what the term is, where you could be on YouTube, you could be watching the video, but then you will see his video on the right, like in terms of suggested videos. I forgot what it's called. There's a term for it, but if you're not seeing that video at that point, not a lot of people are gonna watch that video. He won't get the ad revenue. He's not gonna make the most amount of money that he can make from that video, which is a problem. So again, so that's why the fact that they removed the age restriction, it's like it passed the prime. So it's like, so now he's like, okay, well, I got 3 questions. The first question is, who reviewed it the first time? Was it a bot or was it a human? Secondly, somebody actually reviewed the appeal and said, no, we're going to keep it as is. Who was that person? And third, why did it take for him to bring up Markiplier to remove the age restriction off of his video? So those were the 3 questions that Cory asked. Well, guess what? So once he asked that question to his YouTube rep, and YouTube rep brought those questions to the policy team, not only did they bring the age restriction back on his video, but they also put it on Markiplier's video. And I'm not sure if it's still there at this moment in time. I don't know. But I find it to be extremely crazy that that is a thing, that actually happened. Like, have you ever heard of a video that got hit with an age restriction and then got that removed and then they put it back on there? I never heard of that before. And then they put it on somebody else because you mentioned them by name. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So, and the reason why now we get to the point of him saying, oh, it's favoritism and racism, because again, like anytime he take a hiatus or whatever, and by the way, even while he's on hiatus, he's still getting subscribers. Like I remember one time, I think it was doing the whole 9-month thing where he was off. He went from 8-something million straight up to 10 million. Like he didn't even do a thing. It is crazy. So, but anytime he takes a hiatus and he comes back and he drop a video or get back to dropping videos, whatever, he's always trending. Number 1, top 3, top 5, whatever the case may be. But then there's always something with YouTube where they're like, yo, we got to do something about this guy. We can't have him be trending number 1 or blah, blah, blah. So they nitpick on his videos to try age restrict them or do some type of negativity towards him, his channel, or his videos, whatever the case may be. So that's what he said. But yet, that never happens with anybody else. So it leads him to believe that YouTube is showing favoritism, and it leads him to believe that YouTube are basically displaying racism. Now, with all that out the way, here's my thoughts on all of this. So, I never, unless I work with a company directly, and, you know, I'm not going to say anything, but unless I work with a company directly, I, for the most part, really don't trust a lot of companies because of how, you know, because of the perception that some of them might give off. So I can understand why some people may look at Twitch and say, oh, they racist. I can understand how some people, well, to a degree, how some people would look at YouTube and say they racist. But here's the thing. So here's my thoughts about Corey video and his accusations toward YouTube. Now, wait, let me try it again. Does his claim that YouTube shows favoritism, is it legit? I think so. I haven't seen any other examples of this. Well, that's not true. They do show favoritism towards other companies, that are established. Like, for example, how many times have you seen The Tonight Show on their front page? How many times have you seen a already established celebrity or a already established organization that runs a TV show or a news show, whatever the case may be? How many times have you seen individuals like that or group of individuals like that on the front page? Pretty much all the time. Pretty much all the time. How many times have you seen, a gaming YouTuber on the front page or a smaller YouTuber on the front page? Not as much. Not as much. So yeah, YouTube showing favoritism? Oh yeah. I believe that in a heartbeat. I believe that for a heartbeat. I even go a step further. Now, this is something that even though CoryxKenshin, hinted, but he didn't flat out say it, but I'm going to say it myself. And that is this. I truly believe that YouTube have a vendetta against CoryxKenshin. Based on everything that he said, I think YouTube have a vendetta. Even he mentioned how he got his diamond plaque, but there was issues regarding him receiving that. So I just want to throw that out there as well, because when you get a 10 million subscribers, you're going to get a diamond plaque. So I truly believe that YouTube have a vendetta against CoryxKenshin. He didn't straight up say it, but I'm saying it. I truly believe that. Now, do I believe that YouTube is racist? Based on the information that Corey gave, I had to say no. And here's why. He talked about all the examples of, how YouTube would give him a hard time with some of his videos anytime he comes back and he's trending #1 or in the top 5 or in the top 3, whatever the case may be. Which, obviously, I'm not doubting whether or not, that's true or not, but here's the problem with that, though. The problem is this. He only gave examples of bad things that YouTube done to him. And I'm like, is there other African-American YouTubers that was mistreated unfairly by YouTube? Or that was treated unfairly by YouTube? Are there other examples like that? And they probably have. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But have anybody else come forward and said, yo, I understand what you're going through because YouTube did this to me as an African-American. Like, did anybody else say that in response to his video? At the moment, I haven't seen it. I'm not going to say flat out no, because I haven't really been looking or anything like that. But at the same time, I haven't seen it. It was not brought to my attention. So the fact that Corey did not mention any other African-American YouTubers who were unfairly treated by YouTube, nor did any other African-American YouTuber came forward and basically responded to Corey by agreeing with him and giving their own examples, I can't say that YouTube is racist. I can't say that. Now, am I going to flat out dismiss it? No. Like I said, when it comes to these companies, they can't be trusted. They really can't be trusted. And if you are African-American, and especially African-American man, because I'm for one believe that a lot of these companies and the government fear an African-American man who have his heads on his shoulders. Like, yeah, they fear African-American men who have their heads on their shoulders. So I'm a firm believer of yeah, I can see these companies being racist and things of that nature. I can see it. I'm not going to flat out accuse them of it, but I can see it. So, and that's the same with YouTube. I can see them being racist. And he also brought out that, yo, you're not seeing a lot of African Americans on the front page. And, the only time they'll do that is if it's a Black History Month or, they want to do something nice for the African American community, which is once in a while or once per year, maybe even twice per year, whatever the case may be. But it's not consistent, which is true. And this is especially true for Twitch. This is especially true for Twitch. And if it wasn't for the Black Lives Matter movement, you would not see an African-American person on their front page. I'm letting you know right now. If it wasn't for the Black Lives Matter scenario, you would not see an African-American person on Twitch homepage. So I can firmly believe that. I can firmly believe it. But in this specific case, I'm not going to go and say YouTube is racist until I get more evidence. I'm not fully dismissing it. You should not fully dismiss it. But based on the evidence provided or the lack of evidence provided, in terms of had this happened to other African-American YouTubers, especially those that are in the gaming community, I can't say that YouTube is racist. Now, again, I can say they show favoritism. I can say they have a vendetta against CoryxKenshin himself. I can say those things without question, but I can't say that YouTube is racist. So that's my thoughts on this whole matter, and I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.